What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, and we're back with a treat this time. One provided by great friend Erik, who has sent me multiple vinyl in the last few years and have been involved in a few different deep dives, including a Marie Fredriksson CD, a electronic album, and more. And what he has sent me here is a CD by the Radio Dept, a band I'm not familiar with, and their album Clinging to a Scheme. So big thank you once again to Erik, and he also sent me, as you can see here, some candy from Europe. So yes, I'm not familiar with any of these types of candies, and I've been meaning to get to this reaction for a few weeks now, so these have been sitting around, but at some point in the relatively soon future, I will investigate all of these candies if Luca does not eat them first. But yes, I don't know anything about this band, so I'm excited to jump into the CD. The first track is called Domestic Scene. So yeah, I mean, domestic scene sounds like a scene in a cultural, like musical sense, and thus the domestic scene is the type of culture and musical community that is in a given place. Now, it could be a different type of scene. Even if it's an art scene, it could be not necessarily musical, but a broader scene that incorporates, music and visual art and even a lifestyle and so on. But it is being inherently or implicitly contrasted with the scene in other places, even if it revolves around the same type of music or the same type of art. So yeah, let's see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is the Radio Dept, and the song is Domestic Scene from their album Clinging to a Scheme.
Domestic scene, what's missing here? Leaving just in time. Social climbers at the frontier. I refuse, I climb. Leaving just in time. Leaving just in time. Leaving just in time. Domestic scene, do I belong? Seems like a good idea at one time, but now it's all wrong. Already declined. We're leaving just in time. We're leaving just in time. 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 Leaving just in time.
I like that a lot. It's very atmospheric, it's a bit dreamy or ethereal. I will note though, that kick drum, it was going like quadruple time, at least double time. And often when you hear a kick drum like that, it's building toward a release, and then it'll kick into a new measure and take on a less, like a slower and often like syncopated kick drum beat and be part of a more like moderate tempo, but it just kept that the whole time. It was very noticeable, which is funny because again the rest of the tune is a bit floaty and thick in the atmosphere. I do enjoy the different guitar lines. There was one sort of a strummed or plucked type of guitar that was kind of keeping the pace with the kick drum, but then there were these longer or like deeper stroke melodies, which I also think was a guitar. Maybe there were like actual bowed strings in there, I'm not sure, but yeah, like beneath all that, the kick drum had this relentless pace to it, so it's an interesting contrast, and definitely I enjoyed the atmosphere of the tune. A shorter track, I want to say like maybe 3 minutes, 2.5. Yeah, about 2.5, so definitely a shorter one. Let's see in the booklet here if there are lyrics. I heard a line about, like social clubs, and I think that refrain was like, leaving just in time, something like that, which maybe they're trying to get out of the domestic scene. No, it looks like these are all pictures in here. I like the artsy look of the pictures. I don't know if you can see, like, one's kind of like an out of focus shot out on the streets with like older cars. It looks like it could be a shot from the 70s or something. Then there's like a black and white, almost noir looking artsy shot, and then a shot here again in black and white. One of the members, I'm assuming, out on a bench in some park. So yeah, I will have to, number one, see what people say. Anyone who's familiar, please do comment. But yeah, I enjoy the opener, and it was very atmospheric. And after one track, I don't quite know what label to put on it, but it was a bit like dreamy pop rock, maybe, is where I would put that, but I guess we'll see. The next track is called Heaven's on Fire, so we'll listen to that next time. Once again, major thank you to Erik for the music, the contributions, and of course the patience, as it did take me a while to get around to this. Let me know what you think, and Luca, from whom I think the candy might be safe, and I will see you next time. Peace.